Welcome to round 4 of the Wednesday Cup at the wild and wonderful Charlotte Roval, where a simple lap feels like navigating 3 different racetracks duct taped together. The circuit starts on the oval banking. It's fast, loud and committed, where the TVR Speed 6s will be pinned to the wall like they're auditioning for a NASA launch, and then bang! Heavy braking into the sharp chicanes that demand absolute precision. Get it wrong though, and you are airborne over the curbs like a kangaroo on a trampoline. The infield section is a technical maze, however. Off-camber entries, tight hairpins, deceptive apexes, and a final sector that's narrower than a politician's promises. Turn 5s and 6, they lure you in with confidence, and then they'll slap you with sudden elevation changes that flick the rear end out faster than you can say oversteer. But meanwhile, these Speed 6s, bless their unstable British hearts, they will be sliding, shrieking, and trying desperately to pretend they have traction control. So brace yourself for a lap that goes from Super Speedway Blast to precision puzzle solving in seconds, because this is round 4 of the Wednesday Cup. This is a Charlotte Roval, and this is SimSational TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Midweek motoring maniacs and digital daredevils. Welcome to SimSational TV. It's your official home of the Wednesday Cup and every other broadcasting service available in the country at the moment. It's dead set in the fair dinkum department. It's round 4 of the legendary Wednesday Cup, coming to you live from Charlotte Motor Speedway, where the bravery goes to thrive, tyres go to die, and the walls are hungrier than a seagull at a chip shop. Oh, we had a few seagull references last night as well, didn't we? Tonight, the Fearless will they'll fling their machinery around the oval, around the infield, with all the stability of a shopping trolley with a dodgy wheel. 3 wide, 4 wide, sometimes upside down, and reconsidering life choices. Expect heroic lunges, desperate defence, and at least one overtake that will later be described in court as inadvisable at best. Joining me in the commentary gondola of chaos and clarity, perched like a pelican on a prawn trawler above the oval here tonight. It's Zach O'Reilly. Everyone clap him in to the commentary box once again. Tell you what, there's a fairly big field out there tonight, and it's going to be, hopefully, a nice little clean affair.
Clean is on the last of these boys' mind here at the moment, I can guarantee you that. But it is a huge field. We've got 25 cars out there, all ready and fired up to go. We've got some returners, we've got some irregulars here as always, and then we've got the championship rivals in fitness and Jake Buttigieg out there as well, and the Birdman off a win in the big bangers, and he has hit some form already too. This is going to be an exciting round, ladies and gentlemen. We love any bit of track action we can get here in the commentary box, but you mix in an oval and you put in a circuit, and then boy oh boy do you get as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs, or excited as a priest at the old Wiggles concert, as we would like to say. But he is there, and we are here and off into the bunda. Will some of these guys go? Who's going to be the champion here in America? And who's going to stick the middle finger up as they drive past one another? Yeah,
that's right. Probably, well, you guys can be the judge of that. Get your predictions in the chat. It is round 4, ladies and gentlemen. Charlotte Roval, 17 turns and 3.6 kilometres in length. A fast and flowing affair. Air temp is 28, track temp 39. And this week, the fastest in practice was Fabian Fitness. So he's out there and he is ready to rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a quick peek at the standings here as well. Buttigieg out there on top, only by 2 points though, and he's carrying 25 kilos. Tommy Cork's up there, right chomping on his bit there with 12 kilos behind him. Fabian Fitness, Lee Crowther, Jace McFadden, Remo Grand, Lee James up there in the hunt this time as well, with Brody Barber Fergo and Clint Olive rounding out your top 10 of the standings. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to flick this server over and get him in the mood for a bit of qualifying.
No worries. I can do that for you if you like. But,
got it, done.
Already done. I was there as well, but far out. Qualifying is underway. It's an extended period tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 10 minutes of qualifying is ready and Ripstorm to go. And I'll tell you what, one man has forgotten completely that, oh no, he hasn't, because the pit line is at the yellow one. Jake Buttigieg, I thought he was going to sneak out there, but he's back and he's ready to go as the drone cam is on the P155 already. but these boys are ready to go. And it's Buttigieg and Buttigieg. The senior and the junior are rounding out the opening stanza here for this Charlotte Roval circuit. We've got 23 seconds to get their qualifying helmets on. Get that red mist out of the cockpit and start thinking about how they're going to do it. Is it going to be 2-lap stints? Is it going to be 3-lap stints, or just fill it up and get that race pace brain into his mind? We don't know for the Buttigieg man, but he's going to be hot property tonight. Birdman's flying. Fabian Fitness is flying as well, and we are ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 minutes is up, and now we are qualifying, folks. Buttigieg, first man out there on circuit as well, and so he should be. He's championship leader. He's got plenty to lose out here today as well, packing a fair bit of ballast as well in the old weights underneath the seat department. We'll see if that is enough to bring the Air Malta 747 down out of the sky. I don't think so. He's pretty revved up and he's ready to go here, folks. We can have a look. Well, we'll get around to that once we get around this ripping circuit. I see I think it's the 2018 layout as well, so even more fast and flowing. And tell you what, the suck will be strong down there in the mid south, wherever the hell Charlotte is in the USA. Someone in the chat, tell me where it is. I've got no idea.
Absolutely none. I was mid-sip then.
Nice.
Of the old red cordial. And I was about to tell you, and then I completely clicked on the wrong button, so I can't tell you now. Chat, get out there. Give us an idea of where this circuit is. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter because all the action is on the track. And Jake Buttigieg's going for his first warm-up lap here, just getting the tyres warmed in and coasting around. He's in full focus mode, is this man at the moment. Really, really cool to see how these different drivers go about it. That is going to be one of the hairier spots of the night tonight. It's a quick flick out of there. The outlap is not counted, so he'll just go for another full middle pace sort of stint here at the moment if he does so. But boy, oh boy, here's Jake Buttigieg, a quick customer, and it's good to see him flying around this circuit in the Air Malta car. You flick it in to the right hand. It's a double right-hander. You've got to get on the brakes and get early, but his father is going to have some tips that are taken right off him. And hopefully that means some pace there for Paul Buttigieg and Jake Buttigieg. This could be an interesting qualifying session for the senior.
Yeah, both of the guys out there as well, representing the Air Malta livery as well. Oh, the timing tower's doing funny things. This could, folks, this could be. Oh, no. I really hope it'll sort itself out once we go racing, ladies and gentlemen. Jason McFadden, he's up there in the championship standings as well. Really nice to see. We've got Bobster in the chat there, giving us a bit of a lesson here. We got, what's he say? The Bank of America Roval 400 is a NASCAR Cup Series race that is held annually at Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. So yeah, it is kind of getting close to the deep south out there. The North Carolina Tar Heels is the basketball team, I believe, or the football team in college down there. Actually, a mate of mine used to play tennis at that college. But let's go for a lap of Charlotte Roval.
This is good from Jake Buttigieg. He's got his outlap counted now, so the timer has started. We've got laps coming up, so we're all good, Chris.
Yes,
in the grand scheme of things. But it is a left-hander, then another one. Then you're into a double right. Flick it down a couple of gears. Get that car sliding on the rear axle, and then power out the other side. Use all of the track momentum you possibly can. Don't go too far out because that black stuff right there slows you down. You can use it for an advantage of a brake manoeuvre into this corner. Slow the car right up over the crest and slippy slidey your way over the dipper into turn 6 we go. Out the other side, it's a double, triple nearly left-hander, and you've got to nail this proportion because you've got to use your throttle to the max but not hit that outside wall. First of the oval sections coming your way right now, and Jake Buttigieg is just taking the shortest radius around this turn, right on the racing line. Open up the steering angle, give yourself as little slip angle as you can. Fire on the brakes, straight down in over that first curve, second curve, bang, straight away. Out the other side, you can understeer too wide there, and the track cut gives you something to think about and invalidates your lap. Jake's here, he's on at the moment. Has that gone too far? But he's into the second of the oval sections now. Fires it up again. Now you start to think about where you're going to brake because there is no braking markers here. It's just visual references only. Fire it over that one. Get the other wheel on the left-hand side and back over the thing he goes. And that is a 19-1 to smash it. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there from the big man.
Yeah, great start to the account. A 119-1, but I still think there's plenty in it for Jake Buttigieg. But down here in Crowther, he's just found himself an absolute gaggle of cars here at the moment. So he's absolutely struggling just a little bit to find some clear air and to be able to get himself out there and, get involved in the racing. And speaking of getting involved, we've got the man, the myth, the legend has just stepped in to the commentary box as well. His plane was a little bit late in landing at the Charlotte airport. Lindsay Muddle, welcome to the commentary box.
G'day, lads. Yeah, it's good to be here. Yeah, as you said, plane was a little bit late. It had some issues getting off the ground with all of that software stuff that was going on the AWS side of things, as we all know, I'm sure. So, yeah, I'm here on the ground, and I'm here in Charlotte, and I absolutely adore this circuit.
Yeah,
it's the older config.
It is, yeah. We just figured that out. It's there's no hairpin coming onto the back straight. It's all just a big, long...
It's the better config.
Left. Yeah, it is. It's very fast and flowing. And only a minute 19 in it. Speaking of which, only 2/10 behind is Fabian Fitness now, who just gets around for his first hot lap.
Yeah, he'll go for a good old tussle here. He's finished one off. He's now flying through. So he's at about 1 minute 11 mark right as we speak, coming into the chicane. There's a little bit of traffic in front of him, but he's got out of the way nicely on this slide at full aggression. 2 wheels over the curb there for Fabs. And that's an 18.591. Pips Jake Buttigieg, thank you very much, he says. And he is flying here now. Got the rhythm in and got the flow happening here for Fabian Fitness. That is a statement there. There's only 600ths of a second, 700ths of a second split into both of them. Fergo's jumped up into fourth. The Birdman is in fourth, third place himself with a 6:04.19, so to speak. So they're only split by 3600ths of a second. It is so close here at the top, between the top two, the top four, and then all the way down to the top 11 or so. They're only split by about 4 or 5 tenths.
It's one of those circuits. I think it's fairly easy to learn because there's only a few turns, really, only a few braking zones, really. And then it's all about just trying to find the right line in these cars and not understeer into the fence, basically. There's plenty of options for that too, coming down into this first of the chicanes. If you get on the power a bit too early, you can just wash the front away, and you'll be seeing that outside barrier coming at you at an absolute rate of knots. Lindsay Muddle, I'm sure if you spend any time on this circuit in iRacing, you'd spend plenty of time in that wall too. Here, he almost did it on command as well, Fergus.
Yeah, I've done way too many laps of this circuit on iRacing in this configuration. I'll tell you what, I don't like the addition of the hairpin in the most modern version of the circuit. I think it flows together way better in this, I believe it's the 2018 version of the circuit, and it is absolutely fantastic. But as you were saying, really easy to slide out into that wall. I've found it way too many times, especially in the Mazdas. If you really go for it, you want to go right over the top of the curb like you're at the Gold Coast in a V8 supercar, and the car goes up onto 2 wheels, and occasionally if you take too much, it just doesn't land back on the ground, and you just go bang right into the wall. And I've found that demise many a times.
Yep, that's good. Zacco, have you got anything to add to this qualifying session? 2 minutes to go. I'll tell you what, there is a second covering the top 4 right now, but I'll tell you what, a few of these guys are probably just knocking on the door of maybe improvements here. Let's see what Jason McFadden can do with about, now it's definitely 2 minutes to go, so the screws are starting to be turned, the sweat is starting to bead up on the foreheads, and time to pull out your best laps.
Yeah, definitely, because it's a second splitting the top, from first down to third already. That's how quick Fitness and Buttigieg are going. They've just gone bango. See you later. Fairbairn here is on a little bit of a flyer too. He's just starting his second to last lap, so we'll see what he can do in third place. But Fabian's just topped everyone again with an 18.136, just taking the absolute mickey out of every driver out there. 0.5 of a second is split Jake Buttigieg by now. This is what we want to see. I want to see an interpreter get out there and tell us what goes through Fabian Fitness's head when he does so. The Hacksters come back into 7th place, quickly pipped by the haircut with a 19.6, so he's going to go back down to 8th now. Is Brennan Hack here in the pink Panthermobile. But goodness me, those times are starting to come in. Atkins has just come into 17th. William Wallace, Scotland's come back with a 20.274, only split by half a tenth there between himself and the top 10 for Jason McFadden. And this is getting spicy. We've got 1 minute and 5 left to go in qualifying here. And I'll tell you what, those times are starting to flood down in the mid-pack. They're finally finding their rhythm. But who can catch Fabian Fitness here, Lindsay Muddle? I can give you the hot tip. Looks like no one at this stage, unless Buttigieg gives out an absolute religious lap of the gods.
Yeah, it looks like Fitness is unstoppable at the moment. It looks like maybe he's had a couple too many fitness supplements injected into his system, but it seems to be working for him at the moment here with 40 seconds to go left on the clock, as Buttigieg is currently 3/10 away in P2 and in the pit lane with 30 seconds left. So that is the main competition here at Baby and Fitness. Knocked out of the park, knocked out of contention, and now it's looking like it's only a couple of drivers left across the line, and Fabian reigns supreme.
Yeah, oh, look at that. Brendan Huck goes straight up into P3 as well. I was watching that on the live timing. He was up by at least 5/10, so is this guy here at the moment as well. Lee Crowd, they might be able to skip back into the third position here. Fitness has just binned it, and he's had enough, so he's going to pull it back to the pits. But Brendan Huck just getting around to the, where is he on the circuit? The second final chicane. We'll get back out there on the big one. And all the way around, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be plenty of bump drafting, plenty of, I hope not too much bump drafting, because Assetto Corsa doesn't really like bump drafting, especially with these cars. But here he goes into the final one, really laying it all on the edge there, over the curbing, does end up retaking P3 there, with Huck just dropping down to 4th position. Where's Brody Barber on the circuit? He is down by 2/10 on his personal best, so I don't think he can make that up in time. Remo Grant's big time down. The next man who's actually up on his time is Jason McFadden, and he's up by about 7/10 here at the moment as well. So if he can get across the line here, he's going up the order. He does. Big time up into the top 5.
Great stuff there from McFadden. 9,000ths of a second split between him and Fergo. Fergo will be dirty about that one. That was a cracking final stanza there for Jason McFadden. Beautiful stuff from the Brian's cousin himself. Fitness has just reigned supreme here, though. Goodness me, an 18-1. That is 3/10 of a second between himself and Jake Buttigieg, but 1 second or thereabouts between himself and third. So there could be, barring a disaster, a big breakaway pack between himself and Buttigieg between the rest of the field. The amount of 19, so 19 from third all the way down to 9th, and then you've got 20s from 10th down to 15th. That was a beautiful qualifying session, and these boys now will have to figure out how to go racing for the race 1 coming up. 3 of them tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, if you're a regular, it's a 15-minute race 1, a 16-minute race 2 with a top 10 reverse grid, and then a third race with 17 minutes and a top 15 reverse grid to finish off the proceedings. So it's time that we get racing, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and enjoy a beautiful Charlotte Roval scenery coming your way. Get those condiments refilled in the meantime, however, because in about 2.5 minutes' time, your ass better be parked in that seat, because we'll be racing here at SimSational TV. Don't you go anywhere.
SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customisation for driver training. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customisation for driver training. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customisation for driver training. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customisation for driver training. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable price, unique features, and customisation for driver training. SDT Simulator Driver Training is a division of Safe Drive Training, one of Asia Pacific's leading driver training providers. We offer affordable driving simulators that are assembled in our Brisbane head office. SDT simulators are now in use across Australia and are expanding into international markets due to their affordable features and customisation for driver training.
Welcome back, folks. So we got Brody Barber in the chat there, just telling everyone it was his best quali. So there you go. Congratulations on that one. Third row, fourth row, looking pretty good there. So he'll be able to just set up a nice big dive bomb and maybe bring out the old 10-point strike. I haven't actually, have I got that map to a button here somewhere? I hope so. Where is it? Oh my goodness. There we go. Can we get the strike happening? Do you think here in Wednesday Cup Race 1?
The only thing we don't want to have is a strike of races. So they need to get themselves onto the grid here at the moment because it's looking pretty empty at
what's
this
going on here?
stage. There's nothing. I don't know what these guys are doing, but that doesn't matter. Oh, all over the shop. Let's have a look at where they're going. Around the corners, the grid is split by 5 metres, 400 metres, right angle vehicles, around the curb. I'm not too sure what is going on here, but this is the starting.
This guy's set. Here we go. Who's that? Number 35.
That's Holyoake.
Holyoake. He's got, look at that. He's got the gun position there.
Got a beautiful run.
This guy's all right. And then who's this here? Fergo, 69, number.
Got the dinner for two mobile.
Yep.
That's the attack the curb line.
Yeah, so he's going to have to just
every iRacer ever.
Bit of left hand down there and just straight across the grass. This, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, this took me about 3 or 4 hours to make the grid go around the corner like that, in and out of Blender like a bloody hacksaw, dead set. But everyone's there. Steering wheel's not centered. It's okay. We're about to go racing, folks. Gee whiz.
Should have removed that last barrier, Chris, and then just like added grids down.
Should have done that. Yeah, I should have done that. Just actually, I should have just put them all across the track, 6 wide all the way down. But it's time to get going here. Fitness off the front road. Buttigieg just on his outside. Let's see if this works. We've got cars dropping off the servo. I don't know what's going on here, but what I do know for sure is we are now racing. Finally, the stewards just held him a little bit longer there on the red light, but Fabian's on the inside run. Jake Buttigieg goes up his inside, or at least has a bit of a dip there as well. They come through the first turn 2 wide for the most part. Oh, that's someone. That's Wallace. It's just lost it on his own accord and just making contact with one of the other cars on the way through. Not much either could do about that, but they go racing again. Fitness will lead. Jake Buttigieg just in pursuit of him. Lee Crowther sitting in third. He's had a great start with Hack as well. All these guys looking pretty dangerous here. Fergo in particular, right up under the rear wing there of Jason McFadden. You can see how close he is. You can read the insignia on the back there, Sim Blacks. It's going to be, well, Ferguson wants it to be Sim Backs behind him. That's what he wants it to be after this lap. But they all get round fairly safely as well. Really nicely done. Down here, it's Caleb Moore just blocking up there as well, with Ezra Simons just covering that spot, and Colton Atkins, the American, who'll be used to this part of the track. Just turn left, son. That's what they're good at. That's what they're best at. And that is the first lap done. But look at this, the cheese board heading around the outside here of Clinton Olive. He's going to try it. Olive just sticks it fat in there too. Very closely indeed, Zacho. That was a pretty good lap in the first time around, but it's pretty close again up the front.
Yeah, it's close up again, don't you worry. Buttigieg's right on his clacker for Fitness's case here at the moment. It's a chicane to manoeuvre here too, so who's going to get the better hole shot out of this one? And that is 100% Jake Buttigieg. Fitness has had a mare. Buttigieg just had to lift off there for a second because he was going to punt Fabian, but they get around turn 1 nicely. Fabian is just struggling big time here. He is full on the dance, on the slide here, doing the cha-cha in a race car. I can give you the hot tip. He is going for it in the salsa, you name it. But geez Louise, this man is going hammer and tongue with Jake Buttigieg. Lee Crowther's in the mix here too, because he will be thinking about how he can take a positional advantage out of the big man. And you can see them two now just starting to single file. Fabian's got to get the red mist out of his cockpit, stop blaming himself for that mistake there on the final exit to the chicane, and just keep going. The cheese board, though, on fire tonight. He has got his rhythm. He's given Clint Olive something to think about here, and it's absolutely on like Donkey Kong Lindsay Battle. The cheese board serving out some triple cream brie early on.
Yeah, and if he gets a good exit here, he could be well and truly on to get a move done here on Olif as they head onto the oval section and towards the chicane's braking zone. But I don't think he's going to be close enough for the run into this chicane. But either way, he is right there and contesting at the edge of the top 10. And I think it's only a matter of time before we see him try to make a move. And in fact, that's a great run right over the top of the curb. And now he has a great run in towards the final chicane. Is he going to try and go for this? No, but Olif is going for it on Buttigieg at the moment as they head in towards the final chicane. Surely not. Now here comes the cheese board on the inside. That becomes the outside for the first part of the chicane. He backs out of it. Now he's on the outside again, bouncing over the curb. Goes Olif, and now it is absolute full send here from Ezra Simons as he goes down the inside of turn 1, gets 2 in 1, and that is fantastic stuff.
Wow.
Now here comes Marzella on the inside, down the hill, backs out of it. It's absolute carnage here in the midfield.
Wowee, what an exchange there from the boys. I don't know how Ezra Simons just came out of nowhere there. I don't know if he went straight through that chicane or what, but he was coming at an absolute rate of knots and gave them both a little bit of a shower on the way through as well. That was some great driving and awareness from all three as well. I thought Olive smacked the wall there pretty hard, but managed to regather it. But down here, it's Turblanche just getting done by Wallace on the comeback trail. We saw him park the wrong way in turn 1, so he's up, and about 7 positions now as well. So doing a great job. We've had a one casualty as well, James Harden, DNF already in the first couple of laps. 10 minutes to go here, 11 to be fact. And the action is plenty in the midfield here, but the boys at the front have just kind of got a measure of each other here at the moment. About 5/10 the difference between all 4 top runners here, maybe even McFadden if you count 9/10 as 5. I do sometimes. It depends whether I'm in or behind. But look at this. It's Brendan Hark has made up that position or ground. Whoa. He's a very slow-moving Brendan Hark there as well. And Ferguson's going to be, he's going to have a little bit of a dip on him here as well, Zach O'Reilly, as they go through the double right-hander. Something's gone amiss there with that pink machine, I think.
Yeah, it looks like he's got some throttle problems there. Just on the telemetry on my screen, I was watching him, and it just sort of died in the arse there. So he's found it back. Finally, the USB power has kicked back into his pedals, so he's okay. He'll get back in the rhythm. But Fergo just saw that coming, and he was a very, very hungry Scotsman himself. So angry was that man, but couldn't get the job done. Hax is going to hopefully not have any more technical difficulties, Racer X style, by the time this race ends here at the moment. But they have split about a little bit here. It's the closest gap on the field at the moment is Clint Olive again on the back of Ezra Simons. We saw that exchange the last lap ago, and they're hammer and tonging again here. So Simons saw the opportunity, took it, but Clint will regain his composure. But look at this from Atkins. He's just muscling his way through there on the Frenchman, Turblanche, and it's just got 15th place for him. If this was race 2, he'd be on pole at the moment. William Wallace is also on the comeback trail. Over the outside of Holyoke, the religious tree has been done and chopped down by this man for Scotland out there at the moment. Fabian Fitness is flying an 18.5 and fuel on board. Still got 9.5 minutes to go in this race and change, and he is flying out in front. He's gapped Buttigieg by 1.5 seconds, and now it's starting to become the hack battle upon Jason McFadden and Lindsay Battle. It could be on like Donkey Kong in a couple of corners.
Yeah, it definitely could be. They're getting quite close together as they head throughout this lap, and there's been some great racing at the moment, but now Olif is on the back of Ezra Simons, and it looks like as well further up Remo Grand has gone that's wide and off the track there from Ezra Simons. He's trying to drift it out on the grass. That's not how you get around the track, son. As there we go, Clint Olif gets through, takes the place up into the top 10. Ezra Simons still trying to get his composure back after getting some grass on the tyres, and that is absolutely not the racing line of I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Ezra will be kicking himself as now here's Virgo and Remo Grant going at it as here goes Virgo on the outside of the chicane. Surely not. No, he can't sweep around. He tries to open up the chicane exit though, and he does open it up. He gets a slingshot off of the corner. Now they head into the second part of the banking. He's on the outside line. He's on the high line here as they head in towards the braking zone. It's a long run, and he's pulling up further and further alongside. He's going to have the inside for the braking zone here. No, he backs out of it. He elects to fight another day as he gets a great run there. And that is just slightly compromised compared to Remo Grant, as this battle for the top 6 position is absolutely going off as Brody Barber closes in too.
I think that was, I think he slapped the wall pretty hard there as well, just cut in a little bit too early and possibly nursing a bit of damage now because he's dropped that a fair bit of distance to Remo Grant. And look at Brody Barber now poised to attack. There's been there's battling up here for P4 as well. Brendan Hark just on the defence here from Jason McFadden, who has made up that gap fairly quickly in the last couple of laps here. Look at that run. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, you just get that run onto the Roval or the oval section of this circuit and you can make up so much time. Now he's just sitting in the suck waiting to operate a little bit of the old shake and bake routine on the pink car in front. Dives down to the inside, has a little bit of a look, gets back to the racing line, just keeping Brendan Hark aware of his existence back there, filling the mirrors up, and he will go again this time, but it looks like Hark has got a pretty good exit out of the second lot of the first lot of chicanes, heading around to the final couple of turns on this circuit. He will hold on for now. But we'll keep one eye on it because they are, well, we're going to keep both eyes on it because they are the closest battle on the track at the moment. And look, Jason McFadden got a real good exit through that thing now through turn 1, 2 and 3. It's a nice little flowy section here. Careful not to hit the wall there, McFadden, as he does scrapes off a little bit of paint on the left-hand side. So he's given up the ghost just a little bit. That gap out to 8/10 again. But I'll tell you what, 6.5 minutes is plenty of time, Zach O'Reilly, to regain your composure and regain those tenths that he lost just now.
Well, he would have been losing all that composure because Brendan Hark is on the charge and he did take McFadden's P4 off him. So he's already angry as we caught on to the end of that battle, and Jason was just trying to hold on, but he couldn't. But to tell you what, who is holding on at the moment big time here is Fabian Fitness. He has got 4 hands on a trophy in his brain for the championship, but Jake Buttigieg here is fighting back, and they're going tooth and nail once again. It is only separated by 0.2 of a second, and Buttigieg's got a beautiful run here on the oval section. This is an awesome little swat that we've got here, ladies and gentlemen, because these two boys know how to go racing, and I'm telling you, they'll go hard. Fabian on the grass there too, just trying to use every advantage, but he's lost all the momentum. Buttigieg's going to go for it again. He doesn't put the throttle down too much. Defensive there from Fabian Fitness. Up the inside goes Buttigieg for the switchback. Fabian's gone wide. Now they're literally split by a nose hair, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out of turn 2, turn 3, the braking zone into the right-hander. You've got to get this double apex right. What can Buttigieg do? Can he get the thing sorted and settled in? Fabian just muscles and understeers that car through with the throttle. Powers out the other side, and Buttigieg's just got no answers through this midsection. It's where Fabian is the strongest. It's the final sector. That seems to be where Fabian can lose the advantage. It is on the slide, full wide there. Fantastic stuff from these two. You're watching both masters of their class go racing here, ladies and gentlemen. And what a better place to be on a Wednesday night here than SimSational TV, with 2 of the Leviathans of the championship going for it here, Lindsay Muddle. And I'll tell you what, Buttigieg's about to be there.
Yeah, it looks like heading into the chicane, he could have a run and really go up the inside. That's a different question entirely. He's right there. He gets such a better entry into the chicane and not at the compromise of much of an exit either. He gets a great run through the whole lot. He just seems to be braking 10 metres, not quite 10 metres, probably 5 or 10 metres later than Fabian Fitness heading into that chicane, and he just closes so much time as now into the final chicane. Is he going to have a go? No, he's not going to have a look here, but he is getting a better run because once again Fabian hits the grass, and now into turn 1. Jake is right there as he's looking to have a move. He shows the nose on the inside of turn 1, but he can't quite get alongside Fabian there as Fabian defending for his life. I'm not sure where all the pace has gone. I'm not sure where all of the grip has gone in the cockpit for Fabian. Maybe the supplements are wearing off here in the cockpit for Fabian Fitness as he tries to absolutely bring the neck out of that car, but Buttigieg at the moment seems to have the upper hand.
Yeah, it's either the supplements are wearing off or the the adult cordial is kicking in, who knows? But he certainly was out there to a fairly big lead at the start, so maybe just overdrove the tyres in the coming up phase. And now he's just lost a little bit of that front end. And now, especially with Jake Buttigieg all in your mirrors too, a bit of mind games being had there by these two boys as well. 3 minutes to go now. That's only a couple of laps in the books here to get this first race done and dusted. But these guys are going to battle it tooth and nail to see who takes the big old W next to the name when the checkered flag flies. Oh no, what's happened to Brody Barber? He's off in the infield there, just dropping down the order. He was on for such a good one as well, but now that is all given back as Simons, Ferguson, and I think Olif as well. Wallace now taking advantage as he just gets back onto the racing line. Nice and easy does it, but these two now just battling on. Zach O'Reilly, 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. I tell you what, it could be down to another grandstand finish, and what else would you dream of here at Wednesday Cup in the first race of the night? The two, what would you call it? The stalwarts, the two main characters of this season going head to head.
The old Leviathans, as I've said before, they're just showing and flowing their way around this circuit here at the moment. But it's a bit of a testament to how these guys are driving. You've got to pick your mark around here because you can find 2 or 3 tenths. If you overdrive the car, you'll lose 2 or 3 tenths. So it's just a battle now of mind games. Can Fabian keep that focus now with the 7/10 lead over Jake Buttigieg and not overdrive the thing and just coast to another victory? Or will Jake just send it here, left, right, centre, upside down, cuts the chicane on the inside and comes out the other side beautifully there, not using too much of the exit curve? Here's the way to go about it, but he's still no closer. He's just a little bit out of depth here with 1 minute and 51 seconds left to go in this race. So we're going to see 2 more laps here. Ezra Simons has just slapped himself into the wall big time. That is a huge place to lose momentum. The haircut's going to go back at him, and his full steering damage. He's out of this one for sure now. He's got 5 seconds of insurance between himself and Colton Atkins as Ezra Simons on the track. Has he got enough time here before the end of the race to maintain that 12th position, or is he going to fall back down the order like a sack of potatoes hitting the deck? I don't know, but with all that 80, 90 degree left-hand down sort of nonsense, it's probably handy through here, but it's not handy through in the right-handers at the moment. But Buttigieg is back on him. He's within half a tenth here, Lindsay Muddle. We're on for a grandstand finish, hopefully, for this first race out of 3 tonight.
Yeah, 1 minute to go here, and Fabian still defending as Jake continues to close in rapidly. Purple through the first sector again for Jake. He's really quick through that first sector compared to Fabian, and I think that's playing into his advantage when it comes to trying to close in. But I think through the middle sector, Fabian just has the leg up, as here's Ferguson and Wallace as well, going at it as well as they head through into the fast right-hander. They've swapped around, and Brody Barber in the background as well, looking to get a nose involved in this little 3-way fight here, as that's wide from Virgo, as now this will invite Brody right into it as they head through the long left-hander now. Will he get a good run onto the banking? He will get a good run onto the banking as he's trying to make the move now in the slipstream. Properly gaining there as he goes to the high line. He's trying to get alongside as Jake Buttigieg, the fast lap of the race, faster than Fabian last time around, and now it's right around the outside from Brody Barber, getting it done there on Andrew Ferguson, and that was a fantastic overtake there from Brody with 3 seconds left on the clock. There's 1 lap to go. This fight for the lead well and truly on here.
Oh, I tell you what a time for it to happen here. Jake Buttigieg has thrown the kitchen sink at Fabian Fitness, and he was able just to catch it all and throw it out the window this time. But there's still 2 races to go tonight, and I have a feeling that these two are going to be locking horns again throughout this evening's proceedings. But the gap is 5 tenths at the moment. That will probably be just a bridge too far for Jake Buttigieg in the last couple of chicanes. But as we've seen, he's very strong through here. He needs to get a really good exit, and I think Fabian will just be kind of tiptoeing through here, not wanting to oversteer too much. But that was a really nice navigating. I've forgotten how to speak English, ladies and gentlemen. It's only race 1, Jesus Christ, and there's no red cordial here or nothing. It's all H2O. But I'll tell you what is H2O, my goodness, it's Fabian Fitness getting the win in race 1, and he was a bit tardy out of that second chicane as well. Jake Buttigieg crossing the line, only 3 tenths behind for P2, and it's a big old wait for the Crow, the Birdman, the Crowther. in P3. Brendan Hark, another 4 seconds behind. Jason McFadden, another 2 seconds behind those guys with Remo Grant. Clinton Olive still finishing off his lap. Paul Buttigieg, Hayden Wallace, and Brody Barber rounding out the top 10. What a great race one, Zacco. They kept it pretty clean as well. It's what we like to see here at the Wednesday Cup.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want to see. And Fergo's going to settle for 11th as he crosses the line now for himself. Atkins gets 12th at home. Home ground advantage not coming at the moment, but it might come to him between now and race 2 and 3. Marzella, the head of the cheese board, put on a show there early on. I can't tell you what, he was right there, 13th place for him. Good showing after about 3 or 4 weeks off for the head of the cheese board. Doc Elliott disappointed with 14th. Ezra Simons into the wall, 15th there as well. The religious tree himself, Liam Holyoke in 16th. Maury gets through in 17th. Sam Bensley and Turb Blanche literally just traded places at the end of the race for a photo finish, ladies and gentlemen. It's given to Blanche the 18th place, but Bensley was right there. Cook Maitland and Zaya. However, your final ones finishing this race with old Harris Harden, the old erection himself, getting 22nd and doing the complete opposite of his last name there for sure with that one, ladies and gentlemen. But that was a beautiful opening stanza, as we said, relatively clean and a good way to start this round. Are the heads going to be screwed on for the next one? We will find out very, very shortly, ladies and gentlemen, as we get everything set up and ready to go in the background. If you haven't, go and take that toilet break. Get yourself restarted, recharged, and ready to go, because race 2 here at the Wednesday Cup will be back and on here in just a few seconds with a reverse top 10 grid.
Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available are driver training posters, driving handbooks, and distracted driving resources. Our simulators make the perfect training tool for drivers to experience how various impairments affect their performance. Depending on the simulator model being purchased, you will receive a range of training resources to help you to facilitate quality driver education. SDT is the exclusive distributor of Fatal Vision alcohol impairment goggles, marijuana simulation goggles, and drowsy and distracted blinking goggles. All are used to demonstrate the dangers of such impairments on the driver. Also available at driver training.
All right, hello folks. It's back at the Wednesday Cup, race 2, 16 minutes and a top 10 reverse grid. So we got Hayden Wallace sitting second. I believe it was, who is in the firing line there to start off the pole position. I think it wasn't Andrew.
Wallace.
It was Wallace.
Yep.
No, because there should be someone in that spot. There he is. Brody Barber got 10th in the final race. So he will start on pole position. Hayden Wallace outside of him, so he'll have a better chance than he did the first time around. Hopefully can clear that inside barrier and have a nice little clean entry and exit out of turn 1. Behind him, Paul Buttigieg. Watch out, folks, behind him. He likes to defend for his life, and why wouldn't you? It's only 17 minutes to hold on to that. We've got Grant, McFadden, Hack, Crowther behind them. Buttigieg and Fitness, you can see. Where are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're still on the course proper. They're not in any of that weirdness going around that little chicane as well. Who's got to deal with that? Ferguson, Atkins, Marzella, Elliott, Simons, Hollyoak, and the rest of the crew. Down to James Harden. Hopefully he's popped in the blue pills and he's, starting to get up and about, as they say in the bizzo.
Yeah, the old horizontal dancing starts to come their way for sure. And I reckon the Mr. Harden in 23rd place can hope for a better one for this. But we've got under 30 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen, before the lights are out. And it is one-man haircut out in front who has got it all to win. Here, can he defend his life for a P1? Can he get a podium at worst, or is he just going to go down the field? We will very, very shortly find out. He's got some angry customers behind him. The long way is back to the grid for Buttigieg and Fitness with those lights up, and we are nearly ready to rock and roll here for the second time tonight. 16 minutes of hardcore racing coming away. The 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th lights are ablaze here, and we are just about ready to rock and roll. And we are off, ladies and gentlemen. That is a little spinny start there from the haircut. Wallace is just going to go whack straight around the outside of him and say, thank you very much. I'll take P1 there at the moment if they're not defending for their life. Oh, there's his haircut on the slide too. That is 100% cemented the old William Wallace's P1. Here comes Clint Olive too, a quick customer now. He'll take advantage of that. They nearly bump doors. In fact, they do. And McFadden is going to get a position off Brody Barber as well at the moment, because those two come together in Olive, and Barber's getting torn up left, right and centre. There is Leroy Grant on the slide there too. Here comes Paul Buttigieg coming forward again. He's regained that position. He's flying around here at the moment. Jake's on the prowl as well. They're going absolutely hammer and Tom here around the outside, up the inside now of the exit of turn 6 we go. It is Buttigieg versus Remo Grant. Buttigieg just put the throttle down and said, yep, I'm taking that one. Gets that job done. But up behind those two now is Lee Crowther as well. So he's coming up here too. You can see in that carpets and floorings livery, he is right there. Fabian Fitness is on the charge because Buttigieg's in front of him. He's up the inside now. Two of the haircutters just dropping like a fly with a bit of Mortine under his breath here at the moment. Fabian's just going to send it up the inside. Oh, contact as well. See you later, Alligator. That is poor there from Fabian Fitness. That is championship defining there right now. He's got the worst possible position there for him. Goodness gracious me. Unbelievable scenes here. And Turblanche has been turned around as well. Pretty ironic for his last name too. But the head of the cheese board has been the biggest winner out of this one. He has flown up the inside and also nearly took the bumper off Brennan Haxter and punched himself out as well. But he's going to be under threat here with the haircut too. What an opening lap there. It all happened, Christopher.
Oh, yeah, that was a bit more spicy than they did in the first lap, in the first race, should I say. I tell you what, there's only so much you can say to these blokes to try and take it easy out there, but they just seem to forget after about 20 minutes after the briefing. So it's all up to them. There are penalties involved for all these contacts, car to car out there, folks, so they do know the consequences, but it's just hard racing and good to watch anyway, to be fair. No running out of talent too much apart from Fabian on that one, but there we go. It was Elliott just having a little bit of a look there at his New Zealand counterpart in Simon. Sorry, I think Andre Elliott's Australian, but Barber he is Kiwi. Yeah, it's hard to keep track, folks. There's a lot of bloody shaggers in the server these days. Look at Liam Hollyoak right up there on the quarter panel of Andre Elliott. Had to get out of it too, and that's nice to see people just being able to just get out of the throttle sometimes. Speaking of which, McFadden travelling very slowly here. Maybe has come into contact with the wall a little bit left hand down, or is that just the steering angle required to get around the oval section? We do not know, but he's certainly travelling slowly. Here's Andrew Ferguson having a little look at Remo Grand after the second lap, and that's a really nice exit there. Will he be close enough to have it dive, Lindsay? Well, we'll find out in just a short moment.
Yeah, it looks like he's closing in very rapidly here as Fergo looking to make a move. We've already seen these two locked into battle throughout race 1, and now here in race 2 they're looking to go at it once again as they head through turn 4 and now the run towards turn 5. It's another great exit from Andrew as now will he look to the inside? No, he puts his nose there, but he knows it's not his place. It's not the time to go for a move. You have a big oval section coming up. As long as you focus on the exit, you should be fine, and that's what he's thinking in his head at the moment as he sticks behind. Now he focuses in on the exit, has a little bit of a slide though, doesn't get a good exit. Now here comes Hark up the inside, or not up the inside, but closing in with the slipstream. Now he's going to look to the high line here to go to the outside of the chicane. Will this work here for Brendan as he heads through in towards the braking zone? It's almost wheel rubbing there on the entry. He backs out of it. It's very late on the brakes there from Ferguson. He's overcooked it again, and he's an absolute roast chicken. He's that overcooked as now he gets it done, and that is beautiful there from Brendan Hark to get that one done, and very overcooked there from Fergo.
Yeah, he was 100% all over the shop coming onto the entrance there. And it lost him a little bit of time and a position as well. Doc Elliott's having a little tussle here between his Kiwi compatriot in Ezra Simons. They'll be on the comms together. I can tell you that much. Going, you get out of the way, mate. No, it's my turn on the red rip and roaring you in the paddock. They both do the same thing, in fact. Look at the slide there from Doc Elliott. Beautiful, beautiful car control there to pick and gather that one back up. That was nearly all over by the shouting for him there. And here comes Holyoke in the background too. You can see the eyes light up like Christmas trees there for the holy tree himself. But at the moment, it looks like Doc Elliott has got that gathered up and back together here at the moment. Atkins, our hometown hero here in Charlotte, he's just starting to get the chockies back on as well as we look at Fabian Fitness, try to regain those positions, dead set from last, and he's already up into 15th with 6 minutes gone in this one here at the moment. It's a charge back from Fabian, but Jake Buttigieg is closing in very, very quickly at the front of the grid to William Wallace out in front, and it's starting to heat up there. We can see him now just start to find his rhythm, find his flow in Jake Buttigieg. 1:19.244 is his last lap and the best, mind you. So now he's getting that gallop and rhythm in with the sector 2 in the sector 3. He's putting green micro sectors up, and the head of the cheese board has been well and truly turned around, ladies and gentlemen, flipped on its head. He gave the blue vein cheese out one more time, and the opposition said, I've had enough, mate. You're getting punted off. Buttigieg's done an 18.6. Look at this man, Huxter, coming through the field. Remo Grant is his next one on the prowl here, Christopher Munro. Can he get him with 10 minutes and 19 seconds left?
Yeah, it looks like Remo's just sort of opened up the afterburners there and just keeping Huxter at bay. I'm keeping one eye on this battle down here because it's getting pretty spicy with Fabian just on the absolute charge. Red mist just out the ears, out every orifice in that fitness body of his. I'll tell you what, he's trying to get past, and I don't know if Simons is just going to step out of the way and let him do it. And as soon as I say that, Simons steps out of the way and lets him do it. Thank you for that one, Ezra. But we'll go back to the drawing board. Up here, Hack has got Remo Grant really good in his sights here. Just a little bit of a bump draft as well. Probably didn't want to do that. Probably just wanted to sidestep him, claim a bit of that suck, and hit that high line around the first section of this oval track, and be able to dive in through this little section. It looks like Crowther's gone backwards as well. McFadden taking that position after that chicane as well. And I'll tell you what, Crowther has been able to refire the thing, and he's really close to him now. Exactly 2/10 is the difference. We'll see how he navigates this final chicane. It's a tough one. It's all about just setting the balance of the car, but here we go. We've seen the move come from nowhere. Buttigieg was about 3/10 back last time I saw him, and goes bang up the inside. This new race leader, and it's going to take every ounce of skill in the Wallace behind the steering wheel there to hold it up to the race 1 winner. Down here it's on though. The Kiwis are back at it and going very hard.
Yeah, very hard and force there for the South Africans. If you're in here, that's what we're all about. Oh, full slide there, and car control too from Ezra Simons. Boy, oh boy, that was some opposite lock, and then counter steer back the other way before it tank slapped him into the oblivion there from Ezra. Cracking stuff, Fabian. We're giving him a round of applause behind the wheel after that sort of save. But how much can the big man get himself onto this front of the grid. Once they look at each other with Doc Elliott, he's got to get his right underneath his collar. There it is. That's the opportunity we want. See you later, Alligator. Doc Elliott straight around the outside of Simons. Those rear tyres of Ezra's are going too hot, ladies and gentlemen. Way, way too hot. And it's just getting started. Don't you worry about that. Birdman out there in 5th place is really, really close, and so is Remo Grant here as well on the Hackster. The Hackster's had a bit of a mare again, and Remo Grant's just defending for the life of him. He's on the inside line now. He's going to go for it here, ladies and gentlemen. This could be interesting. No, he doesn't. Hackster's just going to sit back and let the unforced error come his way, which he does. And look at the speed and the closing speed. Bang! See you later, Alligator. He says, fires around the outside, does Remo Grant again. Is he sent it too much into the wall? No, he just pulls it up at the last minute, but the Hackster's there and he's got the job done. Overlap done, thank you very much. And here comes Andrew Ferguson. Boy, oh boy, in the fair dinkum department. This could be a spicy three-way tussle here. Look at the oversteer from Fergo. Just counteracts it and powers out the other side. Pedal to the metal. If you're sliding, put the foot down is the Fergo Meister's attitude. Boy, oh boy, in the fair dinkum department. These boys are racing hard. 17 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. And it's spicing up in the midfield, Lindsay.
Yeah, it really is, and they're absolutely driving these things with their right foot throughout the corner. And Fergo has a good run here as he's in the slipstream now as they head into the banking. Can he make a move for 7th place? You've got to hazard a guess and say that he will as he closes and closes and closes here on Remo Grant. Now he's on the outside line heading into the chicane. Is he going to get fired up alongside? Yes, he is. He rocket ships it on the outside line. He's still alongside as they clatter over the top of the curve. Now he's still there through the exit. A bit of a wheel rub for good measure there on the back side of Remo Grant's tyres, as now here comes Colton Atkins to make it 3 abreast as they head through the oval, as now they head down into the final chicane. Virgo backs out of it, and now Colton Atkins gets them both as they head into the final chicane. Fantastic racing there from him as he nearly hits the wall. He does hit the wall. He loses momentum. Thank you very much, says Remo Grant. Back through as Ferguson's still lying in wait in the background. Brody Barber and Fabian Fitness have arrived on the scene as well.
Oh, wowee. This is now a 5-car battle and genuine. I tell you what, Colton Atkins through that last chicane got all 4 wheels airborne as well. Hit that sausage curb at just the perfect angle and just sent that car right up into the stratosphere and bounced it out and slapped the wall on the outside. Absolutely balls to the wall stuff, quite literally there from the American. See how they go racing over there, folks. He's watched a fair few NASCAR events, I'm sure, but let's go back here because Fitness is on the back of Ferguson now, as Ferguson, you can tell, has gone defensive a couple of times in that last lap and lost touch with the guys in front, Atkins and Grant. Here goes Fitness just straight around the outside. Fergo doesn't want none of that smoke. He says, I might just be able to tuck in behind you and get a little bit of a tow up to the next group, because tell you what, Fitness is on the charge here from last to 9th in the space of, what was that, about 10 minutes. Not bad at all, but his counterpart is out there in the lead by 2.5 seconds and doing good things down there. Oh no, Zaya Dante, he spent more time in the bunda than he has on the black stuff tonight. I tell you what, a little bit more practice during the week, Dante, or Dante, and you will be right up there in the mix, mate. Don't you worry about that. But the Kiwis are at it again. Oh, the Crow, the Birdman, has got McFadden. He's got Brendan Hark there in the background as well, all fighting for position. Here goes Fitness on Atkins as well. Oh no! Oh no! Atkins is around. Ferguson's around. Whoa, we just missed what happened there as well. That was, well, I can't comment if it was nefarious, if it was not, if someone ran out of skill. But poor old Atkins is facing the wrong way yet again.
Yet again for Colton Atkins. I'll quickly bring up the replay if I possibly can on that one. That was disaster there for Colton Atkins and Ferguson. Not the place you want to be. And it looked like they were just about ready to go for it. The move, Atkins was up the inside and said, thank you. Look at Hackster, though, smashed into the back end of Flynn Olive there, too. Goodness gracious me, it was Fergo's doing, and then all around, too. Oh, Olive's in the world. See you later. They are all out of it. Goodness gracious me, in the fair dinkum department. That is a big, big incident. Olive's in 8th place at the moment. He's going to get months taken into his account, too. Has he got steering damage? I'm not too sure there. But boy, oh boy, in the fair dinkum department. That was a huge incident from all of them, and he's really left hand down here. Unfortunately for Clint, not the place to be. The Atkins incident was all Atkins on his own. He oversteered on the exit and clattered into Fergo. That's the update you need there.
There we go. Nice to have a little insight about what happened. You can see him go over that line again, all four wheels in the air. So he really committed to that final turn. Just a little bit happy on the loud pedal there from the Supercoach going through the replay there as well. So he will... well, he'll be lucky that we didn't see it all live on stream, but we did see the aftermath, folks. And my goodness me, he's lost it again. The rear tyres are absolutely cooked on that thing, and another little flick spin to get him around is not going to help that cause at all. We'll get the camera off him because I swear it's just making it worse here, folks. Let's go up the front because Brendan Hark's on for an absolute ripper of a result. He's come from close to the back. He has navigated through a couple of kerfuffles, and he's up there in P3 at the moment. Mind you, getting chased down by the 10th by this guy here, Jason McFadden. But I tell you what, 1.8, 1.9, he's going a little bit slowly around this lap. Yeah, I think he, he definitely made a massive mistake there, Zacho. And will that be enough to just give B. Hark a P3?
Yeah, I think it will be here with only 2 and a bit minutes left to go in this race. Secured for the Hackster here. If he can keep it all together, yeah, that's, as you said, Jason did have a big tank slapper on the exit of the curb. He tried to do a couple of Atkins, but it didn't work. Speaking of working, though, it is working out for Fabian Fitness. Straight up the inside, he goes full ambitious, door-to-door, wheelbarrowing style there. Fantastic aggressive overtake there. Remo saw him coming, had no option but just to get out of the way, but he's lost it on the exit. Remo will probably try to fight him back here as well. He doesn't. He just lets Fabian go, knows his pace is there, and what a comeback from this man. From dead set 21st on the grid, all the way up to 5th now in 14 and a half minutes of racing. So far already for Fabian Fitness. He is on the absolute charge here, but Remo's not letting go of him too quickly. I think it's just a matter of time there from Fabs. He's got the afterburners on an 18.461 for him for his fastest lap. That is on fire, and Remo's is a 20.0. So there's a massive gap. 1.5 seconds lap. Oh, what's happened is he's gone backwards here at Radonauts. The cheese board's got him too. And thank you very much. There's the cheese board. I'll have a top 10. And again, Ezra Simon has got damage. Oh my goodness me. This man cannot catch a trick here tonight. 2 races out of 2. He's had steering damage in exactly the same place as well. You just got to stop being over aggressive on those curves, Lindsay Buttle, and just fire it not into the wall on the Roval.
Yeah, it's deja vu moments here for Ezra Simons as he makes his way around, left hand down all the way, and he's really struggling. As Andre Elliott as well, he's out of this race. I did pick up on that on the timing tower. He's got the big DNF symbol next to his name, so I'd love to know what happened there. But now here comes Colton Atkins on James Harden as he's trying it now into the final chicane. We've already seen Colton have a couple of rough moments in this one. He's now going around the curves. Oh, he's hit the back of James Harden. Absolutely get him off the circuit. He's absolutely taking no prisoners here in this one, including himself. He's trying to end his own race at a rate of knots, but he's failing to do so as he just goes further and further down the timing tower as he's trying to get this move on. As it's wide there, it's sliding from James Harden. He's feeling the Colton Atkins effect there as now Colton is looking for a move on the inside, and he's going to sweep through, take the place, taking advantage of the mistake there from James Harden. Now he's wide on his own as well. Now James is going to fight it back as they head down through the long left-hander. James has a good run here, and he's going to go up the inside. Oh, it's big contact. It's the torpedo move there from James Harden, giving Ezra Simons a bit of a taste of his own medicine as Jake Buttigieg wins in race 2.
Oh, wowee. Glad we saw that on the stream. Poor old James Harden there, just slinging it up the inside. Probably a little bit of a step too far there for him, and makes contact with the American, who won't be happy with that. We'll hear about that in the chat this week. Don't you worry about that. But he is now just limping towards the end of the road here. Turblanche is going to probably get him here as well. Too much damage on that machine. How's he going to hold on? Let's find out here, folks, because the race is over. We've got a couple of turns. Jeez, just straight lined it through. Takes that one for the minor placings. Hayden Wallace, P2. Great drive from him there. Absolutely untouched out there, really. Once he let Buttigieg go, he just managed to stick with him for the most part and stay out of trouble, and he gets himself a P2 for his travels. Beautiful drive there. Brendan Hart gets a P3 as well. Fabian Fitness manages to grab P4. That's a mega mega drive from him, considering he was in the thick of it for the most part. And, well, you saw with your own eyes, folks, there was plenty going on down the order. McFadden getting a P5 as well, with Remo Grand in P6, Lee Crowther P7, Brody Barber P8, Andrew Ferguson slapping the wall on the in-lap there for P9, and Hollyoak with his, I think that might be his first top 10 in the Wednesday Cup, Lindsay. So great driving from all those guys.
Yeah, and I think it was just the rate of attrition was very, very high in this race. A lot of people not able to make it to the finish unscathed, and the drivers who did managed to take advantage. Fabian Fitness got hit on the first lap, so he didn't quite make it unscathed, but from there, not an absolute worry in the world, and he managed to take advantage of, 10 cars probably going sideways and into the wall at one point or another, and yeah, really took advantage of that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Zacko, let's head us off to the break, because I've just accidentally exited the server.
Okay. Well, as much as fun as a black screen is, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in black, so to speak, and with some vision coming your way for race 3. That was a rip snorter. Absolutely all night Donkey Kong there. So strap yourselves in once again. Get yourselves around that idiot box, because we'll be right back with you here at SimSational TV for the final one. Reverse top 15 grid, 17 minutes of action coming your way. Don't you go anywhere. Forms and expertise in getting the best gear. SimSational TV has proudly partnered up with Speed Nation. It is New Zealand's go-to destination for high-performance sim gear. They also stock the best and biggest brands in the game, from Thrustmaster, Moser Racing, Next Level Racing, Sparko, Turtle Beach, and more. And whether you're looking for the ultra-responsive racing wheels or pro-grade flight controls, immersive audio, or rock-solid cockpits, I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has got it all. They also carry other trusted names like Butt Kicker, PT Actuators, Wheel Stand Pros, Gen Ace, Spectrum in the remote control field, and also Collective Mind. So every step and part of your setup is covered, from complete racing rigs and premium flight packs. We here at SimSational TV, back in Speed Nation, to deliver the gear that takes your experience to the next level. Fast shipping, trusted brands, unbeatable quality, and I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has it all. And as an excellent gift for all of our viewers tonight and members out there of SimSational TV, and if you're trying to get into racing, go to the checkout, buy some stuff off Speed Nation, because if you buy any full-price product on the website, enter the code SimSational, that is SimSational. Oh, my God, I can't even speak. And you will get a 10% discount off your end cart price. So go in there.
10%? 10%, did you say, Zachary?
I did say 10%, mate. I did not say 5. I did not say 4. I said 10. Wow. Forms and expertise in getting the best gear. SimSational TV has proudly partnered up with Speed Nation. It is New Zealand's go-to destination for high-performance sim gear. They also stock the best and biggest brands in the game, from Thrustmaster, Moser Racing, Next Level Racing, Sparko, Turtle Beach, and more. And whether you're looking for the ultra-responsive racing wheels or pro-grade flight controls, immersive audio, or rock-solid cockpits, I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has got it all. They also carry other trusted names like Butt Kicker, PT Actuators, Wheel Stand Pros, Gen Ace, Spectrum in the remote control field, and also Collective Mind. So every step and part of your setup is covered, from complete racing rigs and premium flight packs. We here at SimSational TV, back in Speed Nation, to deliver the gear that takes your experience to the next level. Fast shipping, trusted brands, unbeatable quality, and I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has it all. And as an excellent gift for all of our viewers tonight and members out there of SimSational TV, and if you're trying to get into racing, go to the checkout, buy some stuff off Speed Nation, because if you buy any full-price product on the website, enter the code SimSational, SimSational. Oh, my God.
Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval Configuration 2018. It's the Wednesday Cup, and it's race 3 of 3 tonight. So that means it's 17 minutes of racing coming at you with the top 15 reverse grid from the previous race. That means we've got Paul Buttigieg and Sam Bensley off the front row, Terplanche and Simons behind them. Let's see if Simons can get around without damaging his wheels. tall order, because it's been pretty common in these last two races. The poor bastard. The Cheeseboard's up there in 6th position. Hollyoak behind him with Ferguson, Crowther, Grand, McFadden, Fitness as well. In the top 12, we've got Harkster, William Wallace, Jake Buttigieg down there in 15th. Atkins, Harden, Moore, Zaya, Cook, Maitland from Aussie Racing, Sim Racing over there as well. Jumped into Assetto Corsa tonight. Welcome, mate. Brody Barber joins the grid in 9th position. Olive and Elliott are the bottom two on the grid. They get to look at this beautiful configuration from the back. Tell you what, Lindsay, we're in for a good race here.
Yeah, we are, and as we saw in race number 2, the Roval continued to deliver on a multitude of levels depending on your point of view, and I think that we'll see more of that heading into race 3 as the night wears on. The drivers, they begin to fatigue, and potentially some incidents in race 2 will spur a little bit of red mist, and I think that we could see some moments heading into the final race of the night as well.
Yeah, it should be interesting. It'll definitely be one of those races where these guys will think about the long run, I would hope. With 17 minutes of racing to go, Paul Buttigieg and Sam Bensley lining up P1 and 2 themselves will be 100% ready and rip sorting to defend like lions if it comes to it here. Sam Bensley representing one of our sponsors here, ARD Importing as well. So he should be on for a good one. But as we see the launch here off the first row, Christopher, racing 6 seconds left to go. Let's go racing for the final time here tonight in the Wednesday Cup.
You heard it here first, folks. Race 3 of the night. Let's hope for a clean one. Let's go racing here for the final time. It's actually a really nice start there from Paul Buttigieg. He will lead into turn 1, but look behind him. It's a 3-way tussle here. Look at Turf Blanche actually just going right up the inside. What's Paul Buttigieg doing? He's stuck in second gear or something, just heading backwards. There, he's going to be an absolute moving chicane here if he doesn't get a boogie on. And all the cars come streaming around. We've got 3 wide, 2 wide through this little section. It looks like a little bit of bumping there. Ooh. There goes Harden. There goes Wallace as well. Only a couple of tragedy. Oh no, and there goes Buttigieg. Has ended up spinning on the exit of that one as well. So maybe a little bit more practice there for the old fella, the statesman of the Wednesday Cup, that's for sure. Oh, look at that, all sorts of sideways there from the Cheeseboard too. There's battling all up and down the circuit here. That is, oh no, big slap with the wall as Jason McFadden. He's going to have some damage there from that one as well. He's heading, just scuffing the wall all the way around. There's cars off in the middle there as well. Bensley, Turf Blanche, Hollyoak as well. And Wallace, I think he's got some damage here. Could not avoid what was happening there. But here's Andre Elliott.
Restart, sure.
And should we restart him? Do you think? I don't think so. No, that's
a lot of cars then, to be fair.
Oh,
they're 4 wide.
We'll see what happens here. If we get one more incident, I think we restart it. This looks dangerous here. There are a lot of cars going off. All right, let's do it. Restart him. Let's go. Hang on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that'll do for that one. Excuse me, folks, while we just restart this event.
He's going to have to go chat to the boys.
There we go. He's off, and he's gone to have a chat with the lads about it. Goodness me. He didn't have to quit the server. Okay, we'll leave the restarting to me next time, Zacko, and we shouldn't have to exit the server. That's it. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a moment while we fix the server up.
Forms and expertise in getting the best gear. SimSational TV has proudly partnered up with Speed Nation. It is New Zealand's go-to destination for high-performance sim gear. They also stock the best and biggest brands in the game, from Thrustmaster, Moser Racing, Next Level Racing, Sparko, Turtle Beach, and more. And whether you're looking for the ultra-responsive racing wheels or pro-grade flight controls, immersive audio, or rock-solid cockpits, I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has got it all. They also carry other trusted names like Butt Kicker, PT Actuators, Wheel Stand Pros, Gen Ace, Spectrum in the remote control field, and also Collective Mind. So every step and part of your setup is covered, from complete racing rigs and premium flight packs. We here at SimSational TV, back in Speed Nation, to deliver the gear that takes your experience to the next level. Fast shipping, trusted brands, unbeatable quality, and I'll tell you what, Speed Nation has it all. And as an excellent gift for all of our viewers tonight and members out there of SimSational TV, and if you're trying to get into racing, go to the checkout, buy some stuff off SimNation, because if you buy any full price product on the website, enter the code SimSational, that is SimSational. Oh my God, I can't even speak. And you will get a 10% discount off your end cart price. So go in there.
10%? 10% did you say, Zachary?
I did say 10%,
Oh,
mate. I did not say
goodness.
5. I did not say 4. I said 10. Forms and expertise in the best gear. Proudly partnered up with Speed Nation. It is New Zealand's go-to destination.
Take 2, folks. We're back on the circuit now, just waiting for a few of the cars to enter back in. I think we might be missing a couple this time. There was absolute spray happening in the voice chat as well. They better hurry up. The timer is ticking down, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of this race. So they better get their boogie on, ladies and gentlemen. We're still waiting on a couple there in the mid-pack. Here he comes in. Ezra Simons now joining the server. Ferguson there, made his way to the lead. He's not too far off it anyway this time. He's 7th back. And if, I'll tell you what, if Paul Buttigieg goes as slow as he did off the line last time, there's just going to be a big old backup in the old department anyway. But let's see if they can execute this a little bit better than they did last time. Desperation, it stinks. And I'll tell you what, hopefully a little bit more decorum out there. So let's go racing. Part 2 here in race 3. We're underway. And it's another slow start there from LeBlanc. But he'll get overtaken as well by Bensley going up around the outside. There's a little bit of contact there this time. Let's see if they all get through. There's 3 wide. They're just jostling for positions, but nothing too out of the ordinary. LeBlanc is going very slowly as well. Just a moving chicane as well. Just needs to put the throttle in, son, because they're all backing up behind you, and it's causing an absolute massive gaggle of cars. That's he's getting a bit of a move on there from, I think that was McFadden, giving him a little bit of courier and encouragement there. But back through the field, it's 2 wide down the back. That's pretty good. They've all gotten around so far without tears. Ferguson's made his way up to P5, so all's not lost there. Neblanche is right in the thick of it. I'll tell you what, Neblanche has not been up this far in the order in this racing series, so he's trying to be careful, but at the same time needs to go just a little bit quicker there. Underneath him is Fabian Fitness, made his way up to position 10 so far. Up 3. Oh, there's 3 wide back here. Where was it? I saw it just before. They've all slotted back in and being sensible about it. That's good to see. Lodge getting overtaken there by Jake Buttigieg, who now has a pretty good run there on Fitness, who's got him just in front of him as well. There goes to Blanche back down the field. Caleb Moore going slowly too. He's getting overtaken by Andre Elliott there around the backside. Sam Bensley now, big battle there with the cheese board. Here goes Ferguson up the inside. Here comes Lee, the Birdman Crowther as well. He will take that position, and now it's the top 4. Oh, almost making contact there with Andrew Ferguson around lap 1. And this was much better in the racing stakes, Zach. They've all listened to your little speech in the mid-break, and they've come out to race properly.
I've given the old cultural differences speech there, Christopher. It doesn't matter about any differences. Let's just go racing and keep it hard and clean at the same time. And it looks like they're doing so now nicely, which is good. Sometimes you need a little bit of a rever, and that is all that the drivers need. And I can tell you what, we are going to go racing here, and it is going to be an absolute rip snorter for this one. 14 minutes and 46 left to go on the clock, and it's Hum at the front here. You can see these boys go for it. Crowther and Fergo lock horns in a battle here, and so is Bensley and the Holy Tree as well. So these guys, 2 by 2 around the outside is Sam Bensley, but it's a longer radius. Holyoke's got the job done there into the braking zone coming up his way. Hopefully that Sam Bensley's got his brake markers sorted. He nearly didn't. Nearly punted and locked himself up into it. Now that's going to be disaster there for Bensley, because McFadden and Fitness have gone through straight away, and here comes Jake Buttigieg too as well. So they are all on like Donkey Kong. Bensley's getting swamped here, unfortunately for the big man. One of the quickest drivers on the field is literally a cigarette paper between him. Lee Crowther's been punterinoed off the circuit, and he's going to come back on. Surely not. My goodness me. Oh, massive contact. Wallace has been taken out. That is 100% a hardware issue there for the Birdman, I'm sure. That is disaster for William Wallace. He's been punted out of that one. See you later. But the story so far is this man Cheeseboard into fourth place inside a top 5, and he's given Andrew Ferguson a good old hurry up here. If Fergo goes one slip to the left and one to the right, tank slaps himself out of this, the head of the Cheeseboard is going to be on for a podium. But Jake Buttigieg doesn't care about that. Liam Holyoke's been turned around in the background too. Benz has got into 9th place. Yeah, sailing down the grid again. All these boys is just starting to unravel a little bit here, Lindsay Buttle.
Yeah, it is just a little bit, and some moments just keeping some drivers in a little bit of a problem territory here on the race start here on the second lap as Brendan Hart looking to go up the inside of Zaya, and now he gets a good run heading on to the oval section as now he's on the high line trying to sweep the long way round. This will put him on the outside for the next braking zone, and we've seen it several times tonight. The driver on the outside doesn't normally get it done, but on the occasion they can get it done as Brendan Hart trying it as a big check up there on the apex from Zaya as Brendan Hart just trying to get the move done, unable to at the moment. So as now we go on board with Colton Adkins as he's looking to make a move on Cook Mate, if I've gotten that correctly, as Maitland. There we go. It's shortened on the thing as on the timing tower as this battle continues to rage on.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get a bird's eye view and see how the American goes about it here. He's got Cook Maitland, a newcomer to Wednesday Cup as well, in his sights here. And he's probably pretty familiar with this circuit coming from iRacing there. A little bit of a lock up there on the front right. So that will give Colton a little bit of encouragement right up behind him here now. He could chuck a bloody newspaper sheet in between them here at the moment, going right wide. And oh no, they've checked up there in front. That's Zaya and Brendan Hart coming together. Hart just trying to send it around the outside, but Zaya trying to shut the door as well and holding them all off at bay here at the moment. But look at the drive here from Colton Atkins. He's going to square up around the outside here on the high line. Cook Maitland, not much he can do about that. He's going at a rate of knots too around the outside, coming into the braking zone now. They're all going to have to be very, very careful about what happens next. And the door gets shut on Atkins and the it just took too much of that sausage curve as well. Bounces his way out of that one. So that battle coming to an end. But up in front, Zach O'Reilly, they're all starting to kick off.
Oh, geez, look at that. Fabian Fitness just got into the side of Jake Buttigieg. The 3 wide into turn 1. That is disaster waiting to happen, but they all managed to get out the other side beautifully there. Thank goodness for that. Buttigieg is fighting off Fabian Fitness right now. At the moment, he's on for a round win here. He's Fabian. If he can get this in front of Jake Buttigieg's, boy, oh boy, this is the story of the 90, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the sliding for the cheeseboard, and he's looped it nearly into the wall. He slides himself back onto the track, thank goodness. McFadden's got a free kick and said, thank you, I'll take that 50-metre penalty. Bodie Barber's going backwards here as well. Andre Elliott's got through to him. Finally, Doc's got some luck here in this event tonight. He's inside the top 10. Haircut's fighting desperately on for a top 10 with Remo Grant coming at a rate of knots too. So they're all fighting over sheep stations here for the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. But look at these two go at it. You can see Zaya there just taking 2 different lines. Cook Maitland's going to go up the inside here. Full aggression onto the Roval section. Nearly drubbing doors there. Cigarette paper checked up. Did Cook Maitland have to get? And I'll tell you what, Atkins saw that coming and had a bit of an oversteer moment in the background as well. But these guys at the front still on. It's Jake versus Paul. I don't think the old man's going to make it too hard for him to get past him. He'll just sort of go, you go through, son. There's no point battling here at this moment. I've got a championship for you to win. But he's still fighting off. Paul hasn't got the rear vision mirrors turned on here at the moment. Jake Buttigeg's getting held up big time here. Smokeson's in the front for Fergo because he's in the wall. And here comes Jake and Paul. They're going to swamp Fergo 3 behind. Oh, my goodness me. Fantastic racing. Ambitious stuff. Here comes Fabian through, though. He's got Paul. So the old rear gunner there has been taken out of the equation. Fabian's got the red mist going on. Jake Buttigieg's just got a bit white in the eyes and the knuckles too because he sees that Plus Fitness car in his mirror. And Fergo somehow survived a little bit of damage in steering. Somehow. He's a little bit left hand down though, unfortunately for him. So here comes McFadden as well, racing up the inside. This is, Fergo, see you later. Full slide action, caught it there too. Oh, McFadden just traded paint there with him as well, finding it around the outside, and Fergo's got no answer for any of that sort of nonsense. He's got a massive implications in the background between Maitland and Atkins too. And here comes another one. Oh, there goes Zaya off in the field. And don't tell me, Atkins has rejoined and flick spinned it and smashed Maury into the fence as well. Oh, then again too. And there goes poor old Doug. That was Harden as well. My goodness me. 4 cars, 4 incidents, 50 metres of circuit. You have got to be shitting me, Lindsay Buttle.
I think steam is coming out of Zach's ears at a preposterous rate of knots at the moment as he's going. He's preparing a speech for the post-race briefing. He is absolutely going to go on a wild one here at the moment as, anyway, back up into... Sorry, I can't get over what I've just seen. Anyway, back up here into 3rd position. Fabian Fitness still on the back of Jake Buttigieg, and this is a great battle, and they're closing in thick and fast to Ezra Simon. So perspiration will be absolutely spilling off his forehead at a rate of knots as he looks at his relative, and he just sees them get closer and closer and closer every corner. And as though that's a big snap there from Buttigieg. Fabian Fitness takes his opportunity. He goes down the inside. He backs out of it though. He doesn't want to get into a huge crash. Now onto the oval they go. That is a great run from Fabian Fitness, but I think Buttigieg just got a good enough exit to hold on. Ezra Simons in the meantime looking in his mirrors going, oh no, when are they going to get me here in the next 8 minutes? It should be rather quickly, but this is absolutely huge between these two. This is for the round win. They're absolutely going at it hammer and tong with no signs of slowing down. Fabian Fitness just playing a little bit more patient than potentially you usually see him. I think that Zach's briefing only worked for him.
He's cut through the pace here and has done a great job indeed. But look at the closing speed. He's really got that last chicane sorted out now using the suspension on that TVR Speed 6 too. It's full potential as well, as you can see them just closing in now. The gap of Ezra Simons in front getting ever so smaller. As you can see now, they're going to be right up under his wing in absolutely no time. All it takes is just Fitness to just back off a little bit there. And here we go. Here comes Buttigieg now, right up the back. And Simon's going to make it hard for him. He's going to try and defend for 6 minutes. I reckon he should. That's 6 minutes is more than enough time to just get on the defence, push him back into Fabian Fitness. And as soon as Fitness starts to attack, it's time that he might be able to get the pressure off. But look at that, just muscling his way through up the inside onto the back straight, or the not so straight, the oval section here. But now there's a car between him and Fabian Fitness, and that's exactly what Jake Buttigieg wants for the time being. Is he going to go the old shake and bake manoeuvre here around the outside? Fitness just being a little bit patient for once in his life too, just holding back there behind Simons, just waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, he knows that Ezra's just going to slide his way out of every exit, but also defend like a lion too. I reckon Ezra, if he had his time again, he'd probably just try to go a little bit less aggressive into turn 1 and not let these guys go for him so quickly. But Fabian's coming at a rate of knots. Jake's loving life here out in front. Ezra's just checked Fabian up there mid-apex too, so he's lost momentum there as well. But it's still on like Donkey Kong. Ezra is the cork in the bottle for Fabian Fitness now as they enter turn 1. Sliding again is Ezra Simons, just flying that thing in left, right and centre, pushing that car to the nth degree. He doesn't want to let go of any places on the grid, let alone a P1. He's got that one taken off him, so he'll be full angry in that cockpit at the moment, using all the exit curb. That's the invitation Fabian needs. See you later. Thank you very much. Now Fabian can focus on the charge to get Jake Buttigieg. 5 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the race, and we are on like Doc Elliott on Paul Buttigieg here too, looking for a move up the inside. Paul seen him coming and just gone for the wide berth. Have nearly traded paints here as well, but Buttigieg's back on the inside in senior. He's got the switch back on. There's Doc Elliott though, straight up the inside he goes. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Has he got enough overlap? He has, and they're just going to go 2 by 2. But I'll tell you what, Noah's Ark style, I think here at the moment, it's going to be Seas parting Moses style for Doc Elliott, because that P5 is sewn up, done and delivered. There goes Buttigieg up the inside and just going to single file back through once again. How many laps though is it going to take for Fabian to close that bridge of 1.6 seconds between himself and the man in front, Jake Buttigieg? We don't know, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll tell you what, in the commentary box, it's getting spicy because the condiments have been served up here. We're all ready to go, and we're on for a firestorm of a finish here, Lindsay Buttle, between P1 and 2, hopefully.
Yeah, and I think that Fabian is trying to close in, but he was just so compromised by Ezra Simons, and now he has work to do. Oh, that's a big jump over the curb there from Fergo, and that's a move done there for Remo Grant. Didn't even have to lift a finger to get that move done. Fergo took absolute flight there. He was trying to be an aviator instead of a driver, and it did work, but at the cost of his driving moments here out on the circuit at Charlotte, as Holyoke looking for a move here on Brody Barber. He's showing the outside line here at turn 1, but Brody holding on for the moment as Fabian Fitness is losing time to Buttigieg. I think we saw this in race 1. Buttigieg had them great pace in the race, but Fabian was just able to hold on. But now with a bit of clean air out in front, I think that maybe the way that Fabian seems to be pushing around his tyres, they overheat a bit quicker, and it looks like Jake just has the upper hand, especially in the late phase.
Yeah, we've seen that in all of the races so far. In the later phases of the race, that car just comes to Jake a little bit better. And with the gap at 2 seconds now, and only 3 minutes and 30-something seconds to go here. Oh, a little bit of a wall-rubbing adventure there from Brody in the meantime, and that'll let Liam Hollyoak through into P11. So that was a nicely patient little adventure there from Hollyoak as well. Just sat behind Brody Barber, waiting for the mistake, applied the pressure, and the mistake came his way, and managed to take advantage of that one. In the meantime, as I was talking about up the front there, yeah, Fitness, a couple of tenths quicker on that last lap as well, but needs to be a number of tenths more than that if he wants to make up the gap that is almost 2 seconds at the moment, 3 minutes to go. So it's been a great drive from Buttigieg. He takes better care of his tyres in the early phases, and that affords him a little bit more grip in the later stages of the race. Let's go down to Brennan Hark, because now it's his turn on Andrew Ferguson, who's had a bit of a nightmare in this race 3. I think having the race restarted while he was in the lead, it started to play on his mind a little bit. Now he's got a fair bit of damage in that silver car, and I think he's just holding on for dear life here at the moment, hoping for a P10.
Yeah, hoping at the moment it's looking pretty spicy indeed. If he can get the pace on and get up in front of that injured Fergo as well in front of him, it could be a P8 for this man on screen, but we'll find out. But the gap has just been sliced in half and more at the front, because it's 0.6 of a second now between Fitness and Buttigieg. So unforced error there from Jaco has given Fabian a sniff. It's 3 4/10. There's massive contact in the background. That's Fabian Fitness out of the race, ladies and gentlemen. He is being taken out. He is facing the wrong way, and he's twig-flipped it around, but that is a huge let-off there for Jake Buttigieg. There's a lap traffic in Zaya who was involved in that one too by the looks of it. Fabian will be absolutely red misting, you name it. He couldn't inject any more steroids into his body tonight to get any angrier. That will be as angry as he will ever be. Jake Buttigieg has now got the lead of this race by 5 seconds over Ezra Simons, who's been inherited second. Jason McFadden's been inherited third there, who's not too far behind him as well. But Buttigieg here in Paulie, he's fighting for his life, because Remo Grant's coming at him at a rate of knots. He just has to be careful on this approach here. Just get it in, fire it in nicely. He does, thank God, because that's where he's lost a couple of positions tonight. Remo Grant's still coming forward though. He's gone for the wide berth. Paul Buttigieg's going to get the better launch here at the moment. But look at these two, Simons and McFadden. 2x2 Kiwi style here at the moment, lining up at the sale yards for the sheepos. Who's going to get the better one here at the moment? Ezra's got the bid at the moment for the high one, both locking up and both showing smoke signals there too. Jason's coming forward here. He's just got to do a U-turn on Ezra and outbid him here for the old P2, and it's looking pretty comfortable here. Can Ezra keep that car on the field? We don't know. Remo Grant just giving an old side swap there to Paul Buttigieg, saying, I'm here, mate, don't you worry about that. Brennan Hart at the moment has got past Andrew Ferguson in the meantime too. So it's all happening up and down the field, but it's an absolute godsend to Jake Buttigieg. P1 for him. Fitness has been a casualty the last lap around right here, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately for that Lindsay Muddle, it's race over for him.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate the way that ended up going. That's a big snap there for Remo Grant, and now Brendan Hark tries the outside. He's going to sweep through and take that place at turn 2. A beautiful move, capitalising on the mistake of Remo Grant there as they now head through turn 4. He shows the nose, and oh no, he's over the curb, and that's an absolute punt. And that is Remo Grant absolutely taking out Brendan Hark and himself. That is an absolutely reckless dive bomb on the inside of a corner where you just can't do that, and that is absolutely a miserable effort here on the last lap.
Yeah, we've seen better overtakes there from Remo. I always give him a bit of a rap about how his racecraft is right up there with the best of them, but now just showing all the world that maybe not so great there. But I suppose we all have our moments in time. But Buttigieg is going to cross the line now for the final time in this race, round 4 here at Charlotte. He will take the checkered flag, and a well-deserved one as well. Beautiful drive there as well. Takes P1 in 2 of the 3 races, I'm pretty sure. Or was it all 3? I think it was all 3. Absolute cracking stuff there from Buttigieg. Jason McFadden now holding off Ezra Simons for P2. Simon's getting a podium as well, so he'll be pretty happy with that after a bit of a disaster in the first couple of races. Andre Elliott there in P4 too, so coming from the very back and making his way up to P4. Beautiful stuff from him. Fabian Fitness, what could have been? That's a P5 for him this time. Still 3 rounds to go in this series, so plenty of time. Just going over half series distance, really. Paul Buttigieg holding on for P6. Great result from him. Virgo, what could have been as well. Just a bit too much damage on that machine to be able to hold it in a straight line for any particular amount of time. Brennan Hark in 8th too. Pretty good drive. Had some bad luck too. Marcella in the top 10. Whack out the old soft cheeses and some nice crackers because it's time for a charcuterie board. Get it down on it. Remo Grand finishing in the top 10. Zach O'Reilly, that was pretty good the second time around.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Gave us everything. Wonder what happened to Fabian Fitness there. After that one, that was a disaster from him, unfortunately, getting caught up somehow with some cars, but Remo Grant will be happy. We'll go back to the replay. Let's click on his name in 13th there, Christopher, and we'll go back a couple of minutes there. You can see there, if we go back just about, I reckon, 3 minutes, 4 minutes more, probably we'll see what happened to him. But he looks like here at the moment, he's just on his own merry way, and it's all happening for him. I just can't get to the replay. That's YouTube violations coming your way from me at the start, but Fabian Fitness has been violated big time here. No, not that far back, I don't think. He will be out of it. But we'd love to know what happened to the big man Fabs in that final race, coming a cropper at the end chicane of this race and doing a good job. But Remo Grant gets 11th while we go through this replay. 12th for Jason McFadden. It wasn't 12th for Jason McFadden. It was Holyoke gets 11th place. Turblanche gets 12th. Barber, Wallace, Cook, Maitland, all inside the top 15 in order. Colton Atkins had to settle for 16th. 17th for Moore. 18th for Zayat, who was in that incident with Fabian Fitness. Harden gets 19th. Sam Bensley was the final that finishes in 20th there with Crowther and Olive in 21st and 22nd place. The final ones. This looks like we're getting close to what happened here between Fabian Fitness too. Yeah, it's just sent around the outside from Fabs, and then Zaya's just tapped him and punterinoed him around, just getting blindsided there. Live as you see it. Look at that. Zoe's on the inside. Didn't see him coming around the outside at a rate of knots for Fabian Bankskis, and that is what caused Fabian to be out of the battle for P1 and had to end up and settle for 5th in the end. That is race 3 done, won and run, Christopher.
Yeah, unfortunate stuff there. A little bit more patience required, Fabian, when dealing with blue flags, because you just never know. But look at this. The celebration has begun there in the Buttigieg household, and the Buttigieg camp just filling the infield with some nice old 11sies. And doing a great job. But that was a fantastic round. Lindsay, what are any of your thoughts after seeing a bit of the carnage here in Wednesday Cup? But it was dovetailed with a couple of nice... Were you burping into the microphone? Who was that?
No, it wasn't a burp.
It was.
No, it wasn't. It was I went to go
Dennis
speak.
Committee me.
No, I went to go speak, spoke too early, and then stopped.
No.
Ah, okay.
No, it wasn't a burp. It wasn't
You're in trouble. Anyway, play on, mate. Play on. Give us your thoughts.
Zach giving me crap as per usual, everybody. This is the treatment you get as a SimSational commentator. No, I went like
he's trying to imitate his own burp, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, I'm worried about Magny Core because that's a very tight, high-speed circuit. And after seeing what's happened at the Roval, very iRacing rookie-esque there in an MX-5 lobby at the Roval, very reminiscent of that. And Magny Core could cause even more problems for the boyos.
Yeah, it could do, but they might also surprise us. You never know. And
I'm sure Zach's got a whole speech prepared. He's already gone on to ChatGPT and he's gone, give me a good speech to yell at these boyos.
I don't need ChatGPT to tell me anything, mate. It's all from the heart. It's all from the soul.
Everyone gets 90% restrictor next week, so we're going to be doing
4-minute laps.
Yeah, 4-minute laps, and 80 k's an hour will probably be the top speed. So we'll see if they can get around cleanly at those kinds of speeds. Maybe that's
maybe we need to give them little tykes like the red push car, the red with the yellow roof.
Yeah, little
gives them time to think about their turn in.
Or
Yeah.
a bloody push bike with some training wheels on the back of them, for goodness sake. They have to pedal their ass out for cross. Anyway, that was an event, ladies and gentlemen. It was great. It was bad. It was everything all at the same time here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And what a place to finish off the halfway mark of the season here at Wednesday Cup for SimSational TV Esports. I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast here and enjoyed the dulcet tones of the trio in the commentary box tonight. It's been a pleasure to have you all with us. Thank you to our super chatters in the chat, so to speak. Fabian Fitness was in there, and he's done it twice. He's gone bang. Nothing from Ron Marshall tonight. Unfortunately, Tomato Motorsport in Marzella donated at the start of the stream, so we didn't get to see him live, but he did, and that is a good man. But thank you to everyone else in the chat. Thank you to our subscribers as well, and if you haven't already, click that like and subscribe button to the channel if you're new to it as well, and click that notification bell to see exactly when we will be on. And there's a fair bit going on. I can give you a hot tip on SimSational TV. It doesn't matter about Christmas. We're going for it. But that is it for us here. Thank you very much to our naming partner sponsors in Speed Nation, SDT Driver Training. We've got ARD Importing, Bilco Pack as well on board too. It's fantastic to have you there. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you to everyone on our Patreon as well. But Lindsay Muddle puts the M in MasterCard himself. Christopher Munro puts the M in Magnificent as always, and I'm Zach O'Reilly, and guess what? You're not. But until the next time here on SimSational TV, I think it's going to be Formula Fridays, I'm pretty sure, and Sunday for the Gen 3 Supercars. You know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. Keep safe, keep happy, and keep it flat out.
SimSational TV YouTube channel. Don't fucking miss it.